Hey guys, and welcome to Wrestling Days. So, just finished watching NXT, this week's NXT. Thought it was a really good show actually. It's quite solid. There wasn't really a great deal that was outstanding, certainly a couple of moments, but nothing that was truly breathtaking. But it was solid, really good, and I'm quite excited as to where we're moving towards with NXT. So, first match was Vaudevillains, and they're still kind of quite dark and in this kind of moody persona. They've definitely turned heel. We knew that a few weeks ago. It's not really showing in the matches. They're not cheating to victories or really anything along those lines. Their victories at the moment seem to be very clean cut. So it'd be nice to see a few more little heel antics, nothing too drastic, just a few little touches, choking in the corner and things like that. But I think this works for them, and I'm interested to see where it goes. The person I was most excited for seeing was Hugo Knox. He was a professional footballer here in the UK, not massive by any means, lower leagues, but he is someone that got a little bit of press for getting picked up and signed by NXT, and so I've been waiting quite a while to see him. And he is ripped, man. He looked the part. Loved his body tattoo. Kind of like had like a sleeve and part of his body fully tattooed, and then the other half wasn't. Had the worst ring attire I've ever seen. It was like this polka dot number, but not even in a cool Dusty Rhodes way. It was awful. So I thought he did quite well. He didn't really have any major spots, but he wasn't clumsy. He looked the part, and he sold really well. His tag partner, was a guy called Tucker Knight. Tucker Knight got the hot tag and looked okay, but there wasn't really much that impressed me. He didn't look as impressive. Still sold well, did well when he got the hot tag. We'll see. I mean, he looked a bit like Bull Dempsey, and I miss Bull Dempsey already, and it's only been a week. Good victory for the Vaudevillains. It was a squash match, but I enjoyed it because I was really excited to see Hugo Knox. Next match had a talent that I think is up and coming as well, and that's the Santana Garrett. I understand that she's been in TNA and obviously done a lot on the indie scene. To be honest, I'm not familiar with her, so I've only seen her a few times in NXT, and I think she's good. From what I've heard, rumour-wise, she's still not signed a contract. She's just being booked show to show. But I mean, like, her ring attire's alright. She's got that kind of Wonder Woman vibe going on. It doesn't really work for me. It's okay. It makes her stand out at this stage, but I don't see where she's going to go with that. I mean, she's not had any real promo time, and she's not had a chance to really develop a character. This is, as I say, she's not even got a contract, so we can't really ask for too much at this stage. But I do think she's got it in her, certainly in-ring wise, to be a good asset to the company. So I think they should definitely pick her up. She knows her way around a ring. This was a good match, a little bit of back and forth, and Emma had a few good spots actually. The one that comes to mind straight away, she did like this. It was a drop kick, but it was like a one-legged drop kick. It was more just a lash out, to tell the truth. But it was vicious. It looked brilliant. I mean, like, Santana Garrett literally flew half the way across the ring. Dana Brooke, obviously, I believe still injured, so she's been supporting Emma and at Emma's side, and you know, they're good characters, the Emma and Dana Brooke characters. Just I would like them to get some big wins. Just kind of feels like, you know, they didn't come out of that Asuka feud very well, and it just feels like they need building up a little bit. Could be an argument for NXT Women's Tag Titles, you know, because you've got Eva and Nia, and you've got Dana and Emma. There's the two Australian girls as well. Is it Billy Kay and Peyton Royce? No, I can't quite remember the names, but I remember there's two Australian girls that look very similar. They could go into a tag team. Liv Morgan as well. I know she's knocking around. Obviously, you've got the girls that are coming through from Tough Enough. It might be best for them if they're put into tag teams to start them off. So I definitely think there's an argument there should be women's tag titles, mainly because that might save us from Elias Sampson matches. The third match on the card was Elias Sampson, and he is god awful. He brings no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I've even now started to hate his music. I thought it was a little bit different at first, like an acoustic guitar intro, and he comes down and he sits on the top rope, and I think there's something in the character. It's just, it needs to contrast better. If he's going to come out and he's going to be slow and he's going to be mysterious and he's going to sit on the ropes and he's going to look down and stare into the distance, the second that bell goes, he's got to be like a hype bro. He's got to be manic. He's got to be all action, loads of spots coming off the top ropes, just all out war. Bell rings again, picks up his guitar and he walks away. He doesn't do that. He comes out, he's slow, then he still plods about in the ring. He's got a few moments that he picks up the pace, but he doesn't have the moves to deliver. It's just drop kicks and elbows and, real basic things. Which is brilliant. I'm glad that he's learnt those and he executes them well, but don't put it on TV. Just keep him on house shows. There's people that you can be using or introducing, or you could be doing something so much better with that time, with that match, and instead they just give it to Elias Sampson, and no one's benefiting from this. Elias Sampson anyway picks up the victory against Steve Cutler, I think his name was. Honestly, I don't remember much from Steve Cutler. I'm sure he took the bumps well. He's not stuck out. It is what it is. But then the two highlights. So first of all, Austin Aries. Brilliant segment. Austin, even how you're waiting and the screen's black and you don't know what's going to come, and kind of knew what was going to come, but you didn't know what was going to come, and then out he comes and the crowd are going mental. And again, must say this was at the university again. They have announced it'll be back at Full Sail. The crowd seemed a little livelier this week than last week, so I'm not sure in what order we've had these matches or how they've carved it all up. But the crowd felt a little livelier, but I'll be really pleased to get over to Full Sail to tell the truth, because this crowd, even if it has been better this week, was still poor by Full Sail standards. But they went mental when Austin Aries came out. Regal, as always, great job introducing Aries, and then out of absolutely nowhere, and it was out of nowhere, who expects a guy to be jumped, someone of Austin Aries' stature anyway, on their debut? But out came Baron Corbin. Corbin comes out, jumps in from behind, does some vicious moves on the outside, including End of Days. That has just thrust Austin Aries into a fantastic feud. It's a win all round. It's good for Baron Corbin. It's good for Austin Aries. I love how Corbin's kind of involved with Regal. Really like to see that develop a bit more. I don't want to see Regal have a match, but I'd like to see Regal get his hands dirty. I'd love to see that build. So we'll have to see. But I thought that was wicked. And then finally the main event, Neville versus Balor. There was 2 video packages leading up to this, one for each guy. Absolutely brilliant. Really built the main event. For me, the wrong person won. Balor should be losing to guys on the main roster, because if he was at that level, then surely he would be competing at that level. Or certainly in the kayfabe world, we know the truth is that you know, they want to grow NXT and they see Balor as the person that can help them do that. He will get called up at a certain point, but there needs to be the right storyline for him. But forget all of that. In the wrestling world, yeah, in the storyline world, he should be losing to people on the main roster. And Neville is someone who he's the man that creative have forgotten, because they're not doing anything with him. And the guy is so talented. This was such a great showcase for him. We were seeing him doing submission holds. We were seeing him doing reversals. He was doing, you know, his usual spots in the ring. But this was one of the longest Neville matches I've seen in, honestly, months and months and months and months. Maybe even since NXT. And the way that he's painted on the main roster is that he's the guy that does the red arrow. He's got a couple of spots. He'll do a 460 splash, and he'll do a jump over the top rope, and he'll do all these spots that he's known for, and finish it off with a red arrow. But you don't see anything else from him because he doesn't get the time. They gave him the time on NXT, and I thought he really, really shone through. I thought there were some amazing spots in this. Amazing spots. There was loads of, you know, moments where both guys jumped over the top rope to a person on the outside. Balor pretty much kicking the face off Neville. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant match. And it just kind of left me frustrated that they don't use Neville better. Neville won't have a singles match at WrestleMania. And he should. You know, Neville against Kalisto for the US title. You know, give him 10 minutes. That could be a really great match. But it won't. It'll go in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, if they even do that this year. And he won't even win that. Such a shame. Balor, I mean, the sky's the limit for Balor, isn't it? You know, he just moves on and up. And rightfully so. Personally, I would have loved him to have faced Undertaker this year. I think that he's ready for that. And Undertaker's not got many WrestleManias left in him, so I fear we won't see the Demon versus the Dead Man. It is what it is, you know. We probably won't see Sting versus Undertaker, so although maybe we will. Things to look forward to next week: Sami Zayn against Samoa Joe, 2 out of 3 falls match. Pretty sure Joe's going to get that. Rumour mill says that it's going to be Sami Zayn against Nakamura when Nakamura starts at TakeOver. And so that would mean it'll be Joe against Balor. I honestly don't know who picks up that victory. Obviously the rumours are that Joe will debut on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. So does he do it with the title? Does he not do it with the title? Don't know. It's also been announced that the Revival, awful name, will go up against Enzo and Big Cass at Roadblock, awful name, for the NXT Tag Titles. Now, I don't really understand this one, because Enzo and Cass are ready for a call-up. Again, I'd have Enzo and Cass against New Day at WrestleMania. So what good is it going to be to put the belts on them unless you have champions versus champions match at WrestleMania? That could be pretty smart. I'm not sure they would do that though. And have the Revival reached their zenith? You know, are we saying this is it for them? Like, is it time for them to drop the titles? Probably not. I'd keep the belts on the Revival and call Enzo and Big Cass up. But we'll have to see. It seems weird that Enzo and Big Cass would lose at London TakeOver and then would lose on this one as well at Roadblock. But I don't know. I'm not going to second guess what creative are doing. I think that's it. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter. That's at Wrestling Days UK. And I will have another video again for you tomorrow. I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Bye.